Hi friends, today we are going to look at some of the tips and tricks about the mathematics multiplication. Now, mathematics multiplication can be tricky. At the same time, if you know the tricks, it can be really simple. So without further ado, let's start looking at it. Have you ever noticed a multiplication table? So you will always find that multiplication tables are basically twins. What do you mean by twins? Twins means if you multiply 3 by 2, that's 3 multiplied by 2 is 6. And if you multiply 2 by 3, then the answer is again 6. So it goes other way around. So another example we will take is 6 sevens are 42, and if you look at 7 6 are, that's again 42. So if you reverse the numbers in the multiplication, the answer is going to be the same. So a very good technique here is, if you remember the table of 2, then you will know any other tables multiplication by 2 is what number. So if you know 2 6 are 12, so when you start with the table of 6, you know that 6 2 is 12. So I think that will help. So try to memorize it and use this trick whenever possible. Trick number 2, multiplying anything by 2. Now when you multiply any number by 2, you just need to add the number to itself, which means if we look at this example, we multiply 2 by 7, so you just have to add 7 with 7. So 7 plus 7 is 14. Most of the times we have seen that we are very good at additions, and when it comes to the multiplication it becomes slightly difficult. But if you look at this trick, you will realize that addition can actually give you an answer that is required by the multiplication. So 7 plus 7, 14. 2 sevens are 14. 8 plus 8, 16. 2 8s are 16. 9 plus 9, 18. 2 9s are 18. That's right. So it's really a very useful trick. Remember that. Moving on. Trick number 3. Multiplying anything by 4. Now, same as 2, 4 works with the similar concept where you double the number and then double it again. So if we look at this example, 4 multiplied by 6, we double the number 6, so that will give us 12, and we double the 12, that will give us 24. So 4 6 are 24. So remember that any number that you want to multiply by 4, you have to add it 4 times. So if we look at an example of 4 multiplied by 4, so 4 plus 4, 8, and 8 plus 8 is 16. So we get 4 4s are 16. Trick number 4, multiplying anything by 5. Now this is very interesting. It's so easy that you just have to multiply any number by number 10 and then cut it into half. Let's look at the example here. So we are saying 5 multiplied by 9. So if we go with our logic of times 10, then cut it in half. So 9 multiplied by 10 is 90, and half of 90 is 45. Now this can also be very interesting when it comes to big numbers. So let's say 5 multiplied by 15. Now 15 into 10, we know that when we multiply any number by 10, we just have to add a 0 after that number. So 15 multiplied by 10 is 150. And what is half of 150? It's 75. So to remember this trick, very useful and very handy. Trick number 5, multiplying single digit by number 9. Now 9. Oof. I think this is one of the difficult tables because this is the last table when it comes to the basics of multiplication. So in a single digit number, this is the last digit, and the numbers that it generates is always difficult. So for example, 9 2s are 18, 9 3s are 27, 9 4s are 36. Now very often it's difficult to remember this number, but today I'm gonna show you a trick using your hand which will make your life a hell lot easier. So let's look at an example here. We want to multiply number 3 with number 9. So what we will do is we will take our both palms, and on our left hand we will take the third finger down. That's basically your middle finger, like this, and you will count the first 2 numbers. So the numbers on the left of your finger that you have folded is going to be the first digit, so that's number 2. and the rest is going to be the second digit. So the numbers on the right hand side of your middle finger is 5 and 2, that's 7. That's right, 27. 3 nines are 27, 9 threes are 27. So that's a very interesting and a handy trick. So let's look at very quick another example of what's 9 multiplied by 4. So 9 fours is, take the fourth finger down, you'll see 3 and then the balance is 6, 36. So 4 nines are 36, 9 fours are 36. That's right. And that's a very handy and a easy way to do a quick multiplication of number 9 with any number of single digit. Next, trick number 6. Now we just saw a very easy way of doing a multiplication of any single digit number with number 9. Now what happens if we are asked to multiply 2-digit number? So 2-digit number can be, it can be really difficult. I'll say it will be very difficult for anyone to calculate or multiply 2-digit number with number 9. But we are going to look at a very interesting trick here. So let's look at this example and then explain you, how do we really get an answer for this one. So we have 26 multiplied by 9. So 26 multiplied by 9, what we do is we take the first digit as is. So you take number 2. That becomes your first digit of the answer. So number 2. Then we will look at number 6. Now number 6, what we will do is we will calculate the difference between number 2 and number 6. So how many numbers do we have between number 2 and number 6? It's 1, 2, 3, which is 3, 4, 5. So between number 2 and number 6, we have number 3, 4, 5, which is 3 numbers. So the next digit is going to be number 3. Now for the last digit, we will go beyond the number 6. So beyond number 6, how many numbers we have left after number 6? We have number 7, 8, 9, 10, which is total 4 numbers. So the total that we get is 234. And this trick will work always for any 2-digit number except for an exception. You're right. So there is an exception to this logic. So this logic basically works fine when your second number is greater than first number. Okay, I'm sure that's slightly confusing. So what we will do is we will have a look at this example, which is 87 multiplied by 9. So what do I mean by second digit is less than first digit? So if you look at the number 87, the first digit is number 8, second digit is number 7. Now as per our original logic, what we said is we will take the first digit as is directly, which means here we would have taken number 8 as it is. But no, that's not the case. We will take the numbers on the left hand side of number 8 in this situation. So do remember, again I'll explain. The first digit number is number 8, the second digit number is number 7, and if the second digit number was 9, then we would have used the original logic, the first logic that we saw. But because the number is less than or equal to the first digit, so if this number is 88 or less than 88, then we will follow the logic that I am explaining now. So we will take number 8 and look at the left hand side. How many numbers do we have? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's total 7 numbers. So our first digit is going to be number 7. That's right. And the rest of the logic remains as it is. Correct. So what was our second part of the logic? The second part of the logic was we will look at the difference between number 8 and number 7. Now after number 8, there is only 2 numbers, that is 9 and 10. So we go back to number 1. So now let's look at the number. How many numbers we have? We have 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's altogether 8 numbers. So the second part of the answer is number 8. Now for the last part, as I said, the logic remains as it is. So how many numbers do we have after number 7? We have 3 numbers, 8, 9, 10, and that's 3. So 87 multiplied by number 9 is 783. Fantastic. So I hope you are clear that if the number is 22, 33, 44, 55, 66, 77, 88, 99, then you will use this logic. Else you will use the first logic. So let's look at another example of 76 multiplied by 9. I'll give 30 seconds for you to try to answer this question by yourself. Well, I hope that you have already got the answer for this. So let's look at it now. So the total numbers before 7 is 6 numbers. So we have the first digit as 6. Now let's look at the difference between 7 and 6. So the difference between 7 and 6, we have number 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's right. So the second digit number is number 8. And for the last digit, we will look at the numbers after number 6. So that is 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's total 4. So the answer over here is 684. I hope this was fun and interesting. Please do like and share this video with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe the channel on the YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Let's catch up again in the next session. Bye bye and take care. Stay home, stay safe.